Welcome to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. He has gray hair, and he has a gray beard, and he also wears glasses, like the guy in the artwork. Oh, and the guy in the artwork is better looking. Now, tariff-free, here is Gray Hair Dave.
Well, folks. Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back to another great episode here with Gray Hair Dave. That's right. You heard it on the intro. You saw me. There I was. Well, not there I was, but you heard it on the intro. Yeah, the guy in the artwork is better looking than me, but then again, I paid the guys who made it to do it that way. And I think it looks good to me, so I'm happy with it. I hope you are too. So how have you been? I hope you're doing okay today. I'm trying something new. We're doing both audio and video again. Last week's video was okay, and it'll be out soon. Don't worry about it. I shouldn't say that. If you're looking forward to it, you're looking forward to it. But it'll be out in a couple minutes. I wanted you to know that we were doing a lot of talking lately about AI, and that I feel that I have been a little remiss because I'm recording video at the same time. I think that I've been focusing more on the video portion while I'm talking. And I think that does you a disservice as an audio listener. You are my first and most important person right now. You right there listening to me, either on your phone, in your car, at home, in your earbuds, whatever it is. If you're listening in these, thank you. Thank you so much. I honestly appreciate you more than you know. Also, if you're watching the videos, I appreciate that. But the videos isn't the only reason I'm here. The videos is so I can get used to the videos for when I do Boomer Podcasters, which is going to be a more informative type of a podcast on video. So there's lots of people out there who will tell you if it's video, it's a YouTube. If it's audio, it's a podcast. Well, I believe there's both, and there's room for both here in this world. And I'm not here to disparage anyone who says that or their thinking or anything like that. I'm just telling you what Gray Hair Dave thinks. Gray Hair Dave, I want everybody to hear. I don't care if you're watching it or listening to it. So there is that. Okay. So I put into AI. We're going to change subjects. We're going to go into the AI portion of today's podcast and video. I put that new information in last week where I asked it to go back, 1 to 5 days to do its research. And the first day it came back with 1. Now, LinkedIn is a little bit different than Reddit and Upwork. Now, when I asked it to go to Upwork, it kind of didn't like what I asked, I don't think. And again, I need to refine what I'm asking, because I was on Reddit today, but there are some jobs out there. There are some people looking for editors, and there are people who are looking to start new. Well, that's right up my alley on both terms, right? I show people how to podcast, and I also edit their stuff for them. And there are a lot of people out there who are of an age where they don't want to take the time to do all that stuff. So that's what I'm here for. But anyways, the AI keeps coming back to me saying, well, we didn't find anything new. We didn't find anything. Basically, that's all it's saying to me is we didn't find anything new. So I got to go back and I'm going to redo the parameters again. And I think I'm going to reduce where it goes to. I think that what I'm having it scrub and look for are not exact. I think I'm making it way too broad, if that makes sense. I think if I tighten it up, say, please go to Reddit under my name. I don't know if I should do it that way or not, but let's just say for now under my sign in, and look for editing jobs and just list the ones you find and start there and then build. I think what I did in the beginning is I went too big and too broad on what I was asking it to do. And how else are you going to learn if you don't do? Right? Now I can ask ChatGPT to do whatever it is I think I want it to know or to do. And it's going to come back with what I want. But this one involved a lot more of it going out there and actually pawing for specific things. So I'm going to give it a break. I'm going to go back and I'm going to cancel the ones that are there. No, let's not do that. Let's leave them there. We'll start a new one that just does this one thing. And then we'll see how that goes. We'll give it a week. I'll type that in there today. I'm not going to show you while I'm doing it. You can do it yourself. Now, if you remember, I am on Perplexity Labs AI. Perplexity Labs is the paid for professional. It's a pro version. And I like it, but it's a little expensive. It's not terribly expensive. It's $20 a month. But it gives you a better ability to do what I want it to do. Hopefully, because that's what I'm seeing. Also, there's other ways it'll send it to another program to help it out, all on its own, if it needs it. So it's very intuitive. It's very well done. I like it. I don't go to Perplexity for the minutia that of everyday life. You know, a lot of people will go to ChatGPT to find out about what they had done today. It's like today, folks. I wanted you to know. You don't need to know, but I had a CAT scan done, and they used contrast. So I could go to ChatGPT and have them explain to me what exactly happens with a CAT scan with contrast for what I had done, and it'll tell me. But I'm not going to use a large language model, which is what AI is. They called it an LLM, but it's AI. I'm not going to use that to find, I'm not going to waste its time on that. So those are the types of things that I use for larger things. Perplexity Labs, and it's a great program. Also, 11labs.io is changing too. I told you last week I was going to play with that, and I didn't. I apologize. It's on my list for today. I had a few things I had to do today that, of course, CAT scan. And I tell you what, okay, we're going to cut that out, right, Dave? Yes, we're going to cut that out. Okay, so I went to, the place that I go to is a relatively new facility. It's a relatively new hospital. It's got a big, huge emergency room. I went there for my foot surgery. They've added on to the building. And there's also another building to the north of it. I believe it's north. I think it is north. That has orthopedics, but where I go is imaging. And in that same office area, they also have the sports rehab, where a lot of the pro players in town would go for sports rehab, which is basically a physical therapy center. But real nice place. But the equipment's all brand new. They're using top of the line. When I was in getting my thyroid biopsy a couple of weeks ago, all the equipment is brand new. It's top of the line, and you're getting good service. And that was one of the things that I wanted to praise today's healthcare systems with. I mean, people complain, and I'm sorry. Everybody complains in the U.S. that healthcare is too expensive. But when you look at how much these machines cost and how much education these people have to use these things, I mean, it's a lot of money. And I don't mind paying for it, but I mean, I don't want to get robbed either. you know. But anyhow, folks, that's what's going on this week. There's not much else. I did want you to know, normally I record the video for this podcast in Ecamm Live. I like Ecamm Live. It does a lot of things I want it to do, and I'm getting better and better and better at it. And I usually edit either in DaVinci Resolve, or I go to, every once in a while if I'm in a hurry, I'll just use iMovie on my Mac, because that's all I use now is Apple products. So, I mean, I could go to Final Cut Pro, but for what I'm doing, the little bit that I'm doing, I don't really see the need to power that up. Maybe I should. Maybe, I don't know. But I like DaVinci Resolve, and it's a good program, and it works really well. It's easy to learn. And it can be overcomplicated if you let it be. It's just like this. Doing the recording of a podcast is not that difficult once you figure it out. You know, you buy a microphone, you plug it into your computer, you open up a program like I use Logic Pro. Yeah, Logic Pro was an expensive program. When I bought it, 2 years ago now, I bought it, I think. It's been over 2 years since I've been using Logic Pro. Before that, I used the free version on Mac called GarageBand, or I used Audacity. You know, there's all kinds of them out there, folks. But it doesn't take much to do it. If you're listening to me and you're interested in becoming a podcaster, like Gray Hair Dave, let me know. Reach out to me. Go to my website, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5, minuteswithgrayhairdave.com, and leave me a message, either in the contact page or in the little microphone. You can leave me a voicemail. I'd be glad to hear from you. Be glad to help. So, you know, also, folks, if you are out there and you're a podcaster and you need some help with editing or with video, or you want to get started with video, go ahead and contact me over at Gray Hair Productions. It's GREY GrayHairProductions.com. Use the contact me page. Let me know you're interested, and I'll be happy to get back in touch with you. If you're in another country besides the U.S., please let me know what language you're using. I've gotten a couple of emails, and I'm sorry, but I can't figure out what language it is so I can translate it. I'd love to help, love to reply, but I just don't know what language it is by looking at it. I even put it in Chat GPT the other day, and it didn't help me any. But anyways, you can do that. I appreciate that. I'd love the help. Did you know that if you wanted to maybe send me a tip or something for what you're listening to, you can do that on the website, 5 Minutes of Gray Hair Dave. Little button down the bottom that says buy me a coffee. You're more than welcome to leave a tip there, and hey, who knows, I can buy me a coffee, even though I don't drink coffee, but I'll buy a Diet Coke with it. Or maybe it'll help offset the cost of this program, because I pay for everything: hosting, all the video editing, all the hours, and all the other stuff that I do, all the learning. It's all me. I pay for it. And I don't, folks, I would do this whether I got money out of it or not. Not just in this, I'm not in this for the money. I'm in Gray Hair Productions for the money. Also, folks, if you know somebody who doesn't know what a podcast is, doesn't know where to find one, do me a favor, show them for them. Take them by the hand. Grab that phone and show them where it is. Open it up for them. Show them, especially if they're on an Apple, on an iPhone, hit that little button right there. See that? Look at that, podcasts pop up. Show them how they can find the different genres out there. We all need more people, and who knows, they may find something in there they really like. You know, they may be a golfer, they may want to be a boater, a fisherman, a hunter, somebody who just wants to hear Gray Hair Dave talk. Use me as the example. Show them how to find me, and then they can find anything. One more thing, folks. The holiday season is upon us here in the U.S. and across the world. And with the recent results, and I don't even want to say results because that's wrong, with the recent things that have occurred this past weekend, with the beginning of Hanukkah and the tragedy in Australia, my hearts and prayers go out to all those folks. To the folks at the university in Rhode Island, my hearts and prayers are with you. It's just to Rob Reiner and his wife, my hearts and prayers go out to your family, except for the one who did it. He needs redemption, but he has to have problems. Lots of craziness going on, folks, and take that into account when you're out and about. You don't know what's going on in that other person's life. Smile. Wish them a happy holidays. Just smile and say hi. You're going to make their day. They, in turn, were going to make your day. Okay? So on behalf of Gray Hair Dave here at Gray Hair Productions, I wish you a happy holidays. I wish you peace in your life. And I wish you happiness. Bye-bye. Hey, folks, it's Gray Hair Dave just popping in to say, hey, I have a new merchandise shop. That's right. If you go to my website, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com, and you click on the merchandise tab, it'll take you to a page that says, click here for merchandise. And then it's got a little photo of some of the items that I do have in the shop. I hope that you do go there. I hope you do look at it. And if you are so inclined, I hope you do buy something. If you do, I will make some money on this because this is something that I am adding to all of my websites so that I can make a little extra money and help out with the costs of this program and all my programs that I do. But anyways, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again soon. Don't forget, 5minutesofgrayhairdave.com. Go to the merchandise page. Thanks. Bye.